Yeah. Wacky Willy Wednesday. Do I do the song? Yesy, you doobie doobie. How do you do? It's a silly day. Whoa, it's changing. It's changing as I do it. Oh my God.
Catch me in the pit. I'm breaking necks and I'm wilding out. Reckless energy. I'm never signing out.
I didn't know.
Throw my elbows up and my money out. Cause I came to get down, so let's run it up.
Well, I didn't know the theme song had changed, so this is news to me. Welcome to Wacky Willy Wednesday with a hard rap in there. Who was that? Who are the lines from? Who?
Some royalty-free thing, you know.
Oh, thank you to royalty-free thing.
It's supposed to be playing in the juxtaposition of you singing funny Wacky Willies and then a serious rapper coming in.
Tom, I love it. I had a bit of feedback last week to Wacky Willy in the comments that said, "Did you fucking just record this on Sunday? Fuck you guys." To which I respond, yes, eat shit. Welcome to Wacky Willy Wednesday, where we get your feedback in the mail, and we're going to start this week with a very exciting one, folks. We're going to start this week with Mark, who said, 4 minutes into Thursday night's match this was last week, this week, Georgiades took a strong grab over Ben Mackay. David King criticised Ben, said he was playing reactionary footy. Did you know Ben Mackay was so against political reform and progression?
Yeah.
So you are not the only one. David King doesn't know the difference between reactive and reactionary.
Me and Davo. The funny thing is happening in the office now, where Broden said reactionary about 4 times last week.
We had
stared me down every time.
We had a serious meeting about it.
Yeah.
And no one knew what we were talking about.
Broden staring me.
Because no one listens to our fucking pod in our office. So why don't we rank all the people we work with?
Sure.
At number 5 is Sam Lingham, dog cunt. 4,
He
Mark.
listens to the Footy with Friends.
He does.
Mates.
He says he gets a big loaf of bread and puts on his kimono.
Yeah.
And he makes his breakfast as he listens to it. Who knows if he's still doing that?
Yeah, who knows?
This next one comes from someone called YouTube Creators. Your channel has at least one video with a manual mid-roll ad slot. Continue reading to learn about the new mid-ad roll features that will help improve ads. And, well, thank you so much, YouTube. That's such great feedback.
Very good bit.
The next one comes from Finn. Just wanted you guys to touch base. It's weird. I haven't seen anyone talking about this. In December, DAZN, D-A-Z-N, purchased Foxtel for $3.4 billion. This means that they also acquired KO and Hubble. I'm worried that this will result in prices going up massively and across the AFL becoming super restricted in the favour of other sport codes, as DAZN is a UK-based boxing-focused, plus Foxtel is already heavily restricted to access. So, TLDR, a UK boxing promotion company, which is backed by the Saudi government and charges $29.99 per month, plus on-demand fees, now in charge of our national sport. I haven't heard anyone in the media talk about this.
It's funny because I thought we talked
We
about
would have mentioned it, yeah.
Oh, do you think we just mentioned it?
We probably didn't, because it happened in the off season, so we probably haven't covered it in great depth.
Yeah,
but it's
because
true.
in our group chat we did.
We were talking about
great depth.
Foxtel wanted to sell because the model is not working anymore, which is that. Well, the other thing that Foxtel, their major draw card for people still subscribing to Foxtel, which is also binge, is that they have HBO, which is The Sopranos and Sex and the City, and I believe White Lotus and
heaps.
Everything that HBO make, they own.
Yeah, so much.
So that's the main Game of Thrones, etc.
Yeah.
So they lose the HBO rights, like now.
Yeah.
Which means they're fucked.
Yeah, because HBO is doing their own service, or are they partnering with someone else?
I think they'll do their own service.
Yeah, right.
Which means this is why binge costs $10 a month plus ads. Because there's nothing on there.
Yeah, there's nothing on there.
As opposed to KO, which they know people want being $40 a month.
Yeah, I think their concern is legitimate with DAZN because I've heard it's a bad streaming platform over in the UK. That's what people said.
Yeah, it fucks up.
It's like KO, it doesn't work.
Which is a shame because KO works perfectly.
Exactly.
And I'm excited for people to, I'm excited to see if they can, up their
fix
quality.
Some shit. But I don't think the footy's going anywhere though. I don't think they will prioritize boxing though. Why would you buy a company that's propped up by AFL and then prioritize boxing over it? You know what I mean?
It'll be curious to see whether they keep the KO brand because KO as a brand is only 7 years old.
Yeah. Well,
I actually
it's not
don't
even.
know.
It's Hubble now, so it's not.
Hubble owns the two of them, and Hubble is Foxtel and Foxtel.
Yeah, so it's like
and Hubble is an unmitigated failure. But that's what I'm curious to see is will they rebrand KO as DAZN so they have a global brand and will they just shift it all to that?
If anything, they'll have more money and they'll put more footy behind the paywall. That's what we should be worried about. Not that DAZN would not prioritise footy, I think.
How long are the TV rights now? Because they can't change.
We talked about 2029 last week, I think.
Get on, Paddy.
2028.
2028. So 3 years from now is this deal. That's what you got to look out for next, right? Because they're what they do then.
Yeah, and they might have so much money from UK football and stuff that they buy all the footy, and that's what would be a worry. But I don't think they would be like, no, we don't want to cover footy anymore.
An interesting take, but yeah.
So I was wrong by like some distance. It's actually 2031 is the next one.
Oh, Paddy, you got on the mic.
3 years off.
You got in the mic to be wrong.
No.
I think there must be a new EBA or something in 2029 then, because we definitely spoke about 28, 29.
EBA games, or because there is one at Northland.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. And no, EBA is in the electronic bargaining agreement.
Oh yeah, because and you can buy like Groot mugs and you can buy like Gryffindor t-shirts.
Yeah, you can. They've moved a lot away from games because a lot of people just download their games now. Now it's more like Funko Pops.
And Groot t-shirts.
Yeah.
I am Groot mugs.
Yeah, and contracts deciding how much players will get out of the bargaining agreement.
And and they're owned by the same people as like Zap or Zoom or whatever.
Yeah. Zaps them.
Yeah. Do you go to Zap Zoom EB games, you 24-year-old?
I used to go to Sunbury Square EB games quite frequently. Like every week.
But I never understood that. Like more recently that people would like to admit, people still like their literal copy of a game.
I mean,
I download fucking everything.
People our age do for sure.
Why?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Because it's
cool.
Because even when you buy the literal CD, firstly you have to pay more for a PS5 that has a ROM or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Is it called a CD-ROM?
Sure.
And then you still have to download it because the disc just goes, oh, okay, now let's download it then.
Why? But it's the same question. Why do so many people love Blu-rays? Like, it's a collecting thing. It's a hold it in your hand thing.
It's a good point, but then you got to go to Northland and go to EB games and talk to a guy and he's like, oh, pud.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Max and Zach and all that, they buy Blu-rays all the time. They have and Alexi has like this huge Blu-ray collection.
Blu-rays, I get it because, you never know when a game's
fucking download it in 4K.
But then
or rent it from YouTube. Like, what's the point?
Because the people take them away, I guess, and not everything's on YouTube, I guess. Like,
sure, yeah, the rare stuff. You're right. Yeah,
it's an interesting world, and people like to hold things. But also, when the fires come through, you're going to lose it all.
Yeah, that's true.
If you live in the mountains.
Yeah.
The next one comes from. This is an important one. Yabuseli, big and honest review. Mm-hmm. Very good, thank you. Heartfelt, had a cry funny. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, nice.
Thanks, Liam.
I've heard there's a few 5 stars coming for you, mate.
Well, I doubt that. The room I'm in has one light.
Yeah, and it takes 90 seconds to turn off.
And and the house lights take and tonight there's a skylight that they've just put cardboard over and it started to fucking fall away on the roof as the show was happening. That's all to say, it's a great room.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful, thriving hub before the football.
Oh, I am reticent to actually say this, but let's just say it, right? Yeah. You said this first, right?
Yeah.
I'm performing at Beer Deluxe Fed Square.
Yeah.
And my honest opinion of Beer Deluxe Fed Square is where bogans from the country come to have a beer before walking to see Luke Coombs at Rod Laver or the footy.
Yeah.
I thought, shithole. What a shithole. Who would ever drink beer at Beer Deluxe? I've been there 3 days. I fucking love Beer Deluxe Fed Square.
I knew you would. I liked it too.
It's quiet.
Yeah.
They've got fucking great food, including loaded fries Vegemite.
Yeah, okay.
Loaded Vegemite fries.
Yeah.
Quiet. The footy's on.
Massive LED screen.
Massive screens. Drinks are great. I'm not leaving Beer Deluxe.
No
man.
music. They pump the commentary.
Yeah. I fucking love it. Yeah. Why would I go to some shitty, trendy comedian bar when I can go to that one? Genuinely, it's awesome.
Yes.
But thank you for the review. TikTok ideas, and I like this one, Paddy. This is what I wanted to talk to you about. Assign each, this is from Nathan, assign each AFL club to a corresponding NBA team. That's one we can do.
Okay.
Tell me what you think of that.
Gold Coast Suns, obviously Phoenix Suns. You do it like that? Is that how you do it?
I think Lakers are Collingwood. We can do a whole thing.
No, Spurs would have to be Collingwood because they're black and white.
That's not, but it's in spirit.
I feel like Carlton is Chicago, right? Like good in the 90s. Not
big fan base, yeah. That's a really good point. I would say Lakers are Collingwood because they're the big team everyone hates and they're talked about too much.
Sure.
But they're very successful.
Who are the Clippers in the AFL?
Clippers would be, Clippers could be Carlton as well in that, still big fan base, but lots of failure.
I think Saints or North for Clippers.
But
Yeah.
lots of good players, I guess, is the thing as well. Or,
Yeah, think about Saints.
And
They had
Rich.
Rewalt and
I think we.
let's
Yeah,
do it.
I think
Let's
there's
do it.
heaps to
Let's
talk
do
about
it.
there. Rank chips and shapes, flavors, but also assign each flavor to a club.
Okay.
People love debating shapes and chips flavors.
Yeah, they do.
In brackets, engagement. Maybe make savory shapes the top flavor of as rage bait.
Pizza shapes are the Brisbane Lions for me.
Pete's, why? Because
Don't
they're
know.
green, or you don't know?
I can't give you anything.
There's not enough shapes, but you got to open up to all chips and Pringles and everything. I think I'd have to really sit down and think about it.
That's half a day.
Who would you say is Pringles?
Pringles. That's no shapes flavor.
What I just said for the last 30 seconds, we'd have to open up to all chips.
No. That doesn't make any sense.
There's like 4 shapes flavors, Tom.
No.
What do you mean? No.
There's so many shapes flavors. You're very wrong.
But there's not 19 to
I
18.
reckon there is easily. Cheese and bacon, chicken crimpy, pizza, savory, nacho cheese, barbecue sauce, cheddar, Shapes original pizza, chicken drumstick, meat pie. They've had Vegemite ones. There's heaps, Broden. Easy.
Fucking hell. And he just did that off the fly. He hasn't Googled anything.
No, absolutely not.
What console is each club? People love video games. You'll love some handballs like Game Boys to hit 18, I think. You'll need some handhelds, not handballs.
Yep.
Sorry, I read everything as football. Maybe. There's not enough consoles.
No, there's nowhere near.
Could you do like generations, right? Like, so PS2 is different to PS5, for instance.
Yeah,
like, I
I
feel like
don't
the
know.
PS5 is Gold Coast.
That's harder. I think Tom's kind of hyper-focused on this shapes thing and he's on the website now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, I know there's a lot. Like, you forgot about Vegemite, you forgot about cheesy garlic, you forgot about cheese and bacon, you forgot about pizza, barbecue, chicken
I didn't
crimpy.
fucking forget anything.
You did. You forgot about the fully loaded range with like wicked sweet chili. There's like 4 or 5 fully loaded ones. You're just incorrect. That's all I'm saying. Someone send us an email with the history of every shapes flavor.
The last one Nathan had here was rating each club on a scale of Nick Dacos to Harley Reid. I think that's so good. Don't elaborate on what the scale means, but you get to go through all clubs and name drop the most popular players. Now, that is properly fantastic. They're a bit more of a Harley Reid, and we never explain it. It's like Number Wang from Mitchell and Weblog. That's a sketch. I think that's really funny.
That's
Okay,
good.
great.
We're doing that.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Nathan. That's really good. Kieran said, this is a serious one. Thanks for all you do, but especially for talking about Joe Ingles the other week. We talked about his son with autism being able to get to a game and then putting him on the court. Another thing to call out is that he was instrumental in getting sensory room setups at the Utah Jazz games to ensure if anyone was overstimulated, but they could go there. This got me onto thinking about this and thought it would be worth sharing on the pod if you could. My little boy is autistic and the MCG has a great space where he can go if he's overstimulated. It's quieter, there's toys and activities, low lighting, and even the game live broadcasted so it can be enjoyed with no volume. The staff are also super accommodating there, and it's just a really positive light of acceptance and accommodation for those that need it. Yes, I've heard about this. I know Marvel has a similar space, and anyway, I think that's worth noting that MCG has a sensory space, but then also Marvel. I think all stadiums should, if not, we should. I would love to research, and I will go and research, and we'll bring back which ones. Or please let us know, Kieran, if you're more across this where they need them. But thank you for giving us your feedback. We did meet Kieran and his son when we broadcasted live from the MCG.
For the Hertz thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Good times. We weren't murdered by Collingwood people, which is always a win. I think that's heaps for a Wacky Willy Wednesday. That's a good one.
Do you want to do the website?
Now let's talk about this. Who was this from again?
Oh, no.
Spen's friend.
Spen's mate.
Spen's mate. A friend of a friend.
Ryan.
Ryan has made. Let's read it out. I made this game for you guys. I remember you guys saying that your live Adelaide show, you wanted to do a card game more often, but we're finding it hard to find cards. So I made this game that randomly chooses cards for you, and then you can debate on who is better. This is the TikTok, by the way. You've made a website. Have a look at this. We'll put this... Tom's going to screen grab as well, but I'm looking at it. It's a beautiful interface thing. It's great color coordination. But how does it work, Tom?
So it says card game, and you've got Team Broden and Team Tom, so people can probably play at home too. It's called footycardgame.com.
Well, you got a great URL as well.
You click on the card for Broden,
Zach Merritt
and then you would go... So the first one that comes up is Zach Merritt versus James Rowbottom. So we go Zach Merritt, we click confirm. Broden wins. Zach Merritt is ranked higher than James Rowbottom. You guessed correct.
What's the ranking, though?
I've collected data from other people, potentially, I would guess. Or maybe it could just be ranking, I'm not sure. And then we've got Team Broden has Tim English and Tom has Jai Simpkin.
And I
would
say
go English.
Jai Simpkin's fantastic. As far
Tim
as
English, well, he hasn't been playing that well this year, but in previous years, he's been only second to Gawn, I would say.
All right, well, let's have a look.
Team Broden, confirm. Broden wins. Tim English is ranked higher than Jai Simpkin. You guessed correct.
I love this game.
So it's a bit more factual, potentially.
Norton versus Bont, okay.
Well, let's get it wrong on purpose. So let's go Bont.
Well,
over Norton.
that's clearly on purpose, you reckon? Because Norton is one of the great key forwards in the AFL.
Yeah, let's click Norton. Confirm, and it says Tom wins. Aaron Norton is not ranked higher than Marcus Bontempelli.
Fuck, that's a very...
wrong.
He's good.
So it's a bit in depth. Yeah. So anyway, go to footycardgame.com and have a play.
That's so good.
Yeah, it is fun.
Should we play that in the proper episode?
This is a proper episode.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah, we can play it again if you like.
I mean, this is a long episode. We'll see.
Exactly. And it's 9 o'clock at night. And we have 5 or 6 hours of editing ahead of us.
All right, let's just get into it. Thank you, Wacky Willy. Bounce that pill.